So HTML is pretty simple. HTML is interesting. HTML is fun to learn. But then when you start having many pages on the website, probably you have your About Us page, you have your Contact Us page, and you have built out all those pages. How do you link everything together such that when someone comes to your website, they see links, and when they click on those links, they are taken to those respective pages on your website? How do you do that? Well, let's look at links. So let's save this file as links, or file save as, and I'm going to do links. So let's just do links.html. And of course, if you want to see everything, you do all files and you see everything. So I'm just going to do links, and then I'm going to open up that links in my browser so that we can track what we are working with. And they have links. This list, okay, I need to have links. Okay, just drag that in the browser. Okay, so I have links. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to just edit the heading so that we have the heading showing what we're working on. And you have under the title, I'm just going to do links. I'm saving, and I save, I refresh, and then we have links. I'm going to close out some of this so that we can see clearly what we're working with. So I have links. Okay, good. Now let me clean out the body. Of course, I'm doing this to save time so I don't have to rewrite. So inside the body of this page, which is the links, let's save and see if we have that. Yes, we have a blank document. So let's create a link. Now, links are called hyperlinks. We call them hyperlinks. So I'm just going to do h1 inside the body tag, and I'm going to do HTML links, something like this, HTML links, and you can say hyperlinks. Okay, good. And then I have that. So let's save and see. File, save, and then refresh. Okay, good. So now let's make a link. So let's assume you have several pages on your website, or you just have a place where you want to go to. Let's do a link to Google. So I want to do a link to google.com. So how do you create a link? Well, in order for you to create a link, what you want to do is you want to use a tag called the anchor tag. The anchor tag takes you to a different page on your website or a different page on an external website. In order for you to create an anchor tag, what you want to do is you want to apply the anchor tag, which is the start, and then you want to do the anchor tag, which is the end of the tag. Now, when you have created the anchor tag, you now want to have what we call tag attributes, and this brings us to another part of HTML where we have tag attributes. Up until now, what we've just been doing is that we write a tag, we close out the tag, we write a tag, we close out the tag. But then there are some tags that can have tag attributes. Attributes are additional defining characteristics of a tag. So for the anchor tag, for instance, we can just do a space here and write add an attribute which is a href attribute. Href simply means where do you want this tag to link to? Where do you want the tag to go to? So when you do href and you do equals and you just quote it like that, so you start the quotation, you end the quotation, you can now put any link in here. For instance, you can do https and then you do google.com. Now, once you do google.com and you save that file, then you refresh, you would see that this becomes a link. And if you click on it, you would go to that website where the link points to. I'm just going to go back so I can come back to our document, and that's that. So it's very simple. You do your anchor tag, then you do your href, which will equal, and then you do a quote, you end, and then you put whatever text you want people to see. For instance, I can link to the paragraph page of my website. and I would close that anchor tag. Now, if you are linking to pages on your own website, of course, you don't need the HTTPS because that's a local link. You are linking inside your own website. So what you want to do is you want to grab the name of the file. So I'm just going to do, let me just try to do like I want to do a save as, and then I want to do all files. So right here in my own site, I have a page called paragraphs. So I can just go ahead and link to that and say paragraphs.html. And when I do a file, save, and I refresh, you can now see I have paragraph. Let me make these, let me make it an unordered list. So I can do a UL, and then I end my UL here. And then let me just put the two links I have created inside the UL. You can now see how all this ties together. As you go ahead and work, you'll find out that everything you are learning right now, you use. So I do LI here, and I end my LI. And then I do LI here, and I end my LI, so I can have some sort of formatting for my links. I do a file, I save, I refresh, and then I have Google, and I have my paragraph. So if I go to paragraph now, you see that this is not working. It's not working because when you look at the spelling here, and let's go to file, save as, and let's just look at all the files and see the document, you see the paragraph here is actually not spelled correctly. So I'm just going to do a rename and copy the right one, cancel, and then I put in the right thing here. So you can see it was not properly named. And if I do a save and I refresh, I have paragraph, and when I click that, I have paragraph. So you can pretty much link to any part of your website. So I can do lists, I do li, I do end li, I do my anchor tag href equals, I have a file called lists, and then the HTML inside that's my folder where I'm working right now, and I can do lists, and if I do an anchor, I save, and I should have that. So if I do a save and I refresh, go back to the list, I click. Okay, so let's look at the right spelling. So if you don't get the name of your files correctly, you can see this is list and it's not list. If you don't get the name of your files correctly, you'll find all these kind of issues coming up. So you have to actually get the name of your files correctly. So list, and then there it is. So hyperlinks are actually very easy to create, and this is a demonstration of how you can create your hyperlinks. Now, in the next video, we're going to look a little bit more. We're going to look at hyperlinks a little bit more. We're going to see some more attributes of hyperlinks, and then we're going to look at how you can do a little bit of more complex linking, so that when you have different folders and you have subfolders and things like that, you can still link to all those folders within your website. And then when you want to do, probably you want to link to a website outside your website and still want to preserve your page, you will still be able to do that. We'll look at all of that in the next video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.